Hello, everybody. I am Christmas K Swope. I'm the only YouTuber you know who believed in Santa Claus until he was 9 out of defiance. That is not a joke. But speaking of Santa Claus, today we are on the second day of my 25 days of Christmas. Featured film today is The Santa Claus, okay? Absolute classic from Tim Allen, okay? It's a great movie in case you don't know what happens. Basically, Santa Claus dies. He falls off of Tim Allen's roof. Tim Allen puts on the coat and hat, and he basically just finishes Santa's, routine on Christmas. And without knowing, he actually is forced to become Santa Claus then. And it's really, really interesting. It's an absolute classic. So many people, so many kids, specifically millennials, love this film. I like it a lot too. It is definitely a Christmas classic for me. I don't watch it every year per se, but I do enjoy watching it when I see it on. And it was really this film franchise that was sort of the backbone of, in my head, growing up as a kid, the Santa Claus lore. So whenever I thought about Santa Claus, I always thought Tim Allen Santa Claus. Whenever I thought of the elves and the workshops and everything, I thought of these movies. These were literally, in my mind, what Christmas and Santa and elves and all of that good stuff, North Pole, it was these movies. And so I'm going to say a lot about these movies, so much nostalgia for them. But watching the first one, the first week, we've got all three on this list. We'll talk about them later when we come to them. But in the meantime, the first Santa Claus is an absolute classic. So many iconic scenes. Tim Allen is hilarious, and I really, really love Tim Allen because not only is he funny, but he can be funny in a wholesome way, which is something that is not seen as much nowadays. I mean, I have a terrible sense of humor. I love certain shows, South Park, but somehow Tim Allen can still make me laugh, and so I really, really appreciate that. And of course, that is no different in this film. Tim Allen does a fantastic job, as he always does. Now, to be honest, this film, I don't have a whole lot of personal nostalgic stories for, so this video is going to be a little bit shorter, but I do know that's a classic, and I do think it's a great movie. I do have one story I just thought of, actually. So my parents, they bought a cabin at one point that we had. It was really small, not very comfortable. I did not have a great time going there usually, but it was in the town that all my family's from, which is about 2 hours away from here. And all I could really do, because I was really bored there, is we had one of those really old TVs with, the nice big, globe dome on them, those really heavy ones. It was a tiny one, though, and where me and my siblings all slept in this cabin was in this loft, okay? We had to take a ladder up, and I mean, when you're sitting up in the loft, you can only really sit in the middle because it's kind of with the roof. And so, again, not a lot of space. I have 3 siblings, too, so my parents plus 3 siblings, family of 6, not ideal. I will say, though, I spent most of my time when we were there, just kill time, in the loft with this tiny TV watching VHS tapes. And there were certain ones I would always rewatch over and over again, like the original Batman series. I watched that one a lot because I am absolutely obsessed with those films. But The Santa Claus was also one of them. And so I watched this movie an also good bit while I was doing that. So I have a lot of nostalgia from my childhood rewatching this movie on VHS tape when we would go on trips and things of that nature. But I still have the VHS tape for this, actually. In fact, you know what? I'll be right back. All right. Check this out, guys. My mint condition Santa Claus VHS tape. Check this out. It even has a sticker on it. I guess we got it from a yard sale, I think, for $1. If the camera would want to focus up, it's not going to focus automatically. So from that, I'd be able to see that. But that sticker right there, it just says $1. So my parents got this for $1 at a yard sale, and it's great. So I love collecting VHS tapes, by the way. So this is really fun. Again, great movie. I've watched it many times, and hopefully you guys will enjoy it also. But that's going to wrap things up for me, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you guys all for tuning in for my second day of K-Swope's 25 Days of Christmas. I will, of course, see you guys in the next one. But, of course, don't forget, Jesus is the reason for the season, and Jesus loves you.
Wait, I'm not done.
Fax me.